Welcome to 5 Reasons Sports Network. I'm Martin Bader, and today we're going to talk about why baseball could actually be surpassed by the MLS in the American sports landscape this year and for years to come. Wait, don't go look at cat videos just yet. I know that we have said this in 1996, 2002, 2010, 2014, and I'm saying it now. But look, it could really happen. First of all, let's look at the demographics. Baseball has a demographic of 50 to 60-year-olds that doesn't really gravitate with advertisers as much as the 18 to 48 demographic that the MLS is starting to get. The TV deal for baseball is more lucrative right now, yes, but that's not really the point I'm making. I'm saying that the demographic for the MLS is younger, and as such, the potential is bigger. In fact, the MLS's ceiling is higher than baseball's in more ways than one. Look at how soccer is a worldwide sport that attracts a lot of different audiences, really, that could really become even bigger as the years pass. The MLS could also buy talent in a way that baseball can't. Really, baseball's star power isn't as prominent as the MLS's could be if, let's say, a Christian Pulisic comes back, because the MLS becomes less of a retirement league and more of an up-and-coming elite league that brings talent from Europe in its prime, not in its twilight. And besides, soccer players seem to be more eager to promote themselves on social media than baseball players are, and that's really not a knock on baseball. That's the way it is, really. I mean, and there's no excuse, because both sports are about team first and individual second. Soccer players just seem to be more willing to put themselves out there than the Mike Trouts and the Max Scherzers of baseball are. And let's just look at the baseball relations between their owners and the players, the labor relations of both sports. The MLS has reached an agreement for their CBA to be extended until 2025, and labor peace guaranteed for half a decade is a big deal. In fact, their negotiations for their MLS Is Back tournament, the shorter season, have actually been smoother regardless of the lockout threatened by Commissioner Garber. It didn't have the same effect on fans as the bitterness the baseball negotiations generated between its fans, the players, and the owners. It was seen as a billionaires versus millionaires fight that didn't even end in an agreement. It was more of a let's get this over with and then negotiate the CBA later, which really it's another problem for 2021, and it could really make the relationship between owners and players more tense than they already are. And fans don't like that. They just want to see the players play. Let's look also at high school sports participation. Soccer participation in high school doubles what baseball does, really. Baseball has 480,000 players right now in high school sports, while soccer between 2013 and 2019 jumped from 780 to 880,000 in high school sports. 850 to 880,000 in soccer. And yes, I know that soccer doesn't really translate to professional sports in its pipeline as football, basketball, and baseball, though. But with the MLS growing and maybe being able to pay as lucrative contracts as baseball does, maybe that turns the scales a little bit, because in baseball you have to go through the minors, while in the MLS, just like in the NBA, you can go straight from high school to the pros, or maybe do a year of college and go to the pros. That's a big deal, because you can get to your lucrative free agency contract faster than you can in baseball. Let's also look at the ratings. The USA-Portugal match in 2014 in the World Cup, it drew over 13 million viewers, just as many as the World Series, baseball's championship event, drew in 2019. In fact, baseball's ratings in the World Series has dropped for the past 3 years, the past 3 consecutive years, and it has only surpassed 20 million viewers twice since 2004 with the Red Sox and the Cubs. Two monumental events, curse-breaking championships that really drew everybody in. while the MLS Cup has had its biggest rating since 1997 in its past edition, and it's on Univision and on English broadcast as well. Why does that matter? The World Series is on Fox Deportes in Spanish. Fox Deportes is a premium channel and it's hidden compared to Univision, which is open to everybody. And you can grab a bigger piece of the audience pie if you can show it, both in English and in Spanish, especially with soccer being so big for Hispanics both in the US and all over the world. Look, baseball is America's pastime for a reason. I'm not saying it's going anywhere, its demise has long been exaggerated, and it's not that baseball is gonna drop. It's that the MLS could grow at such an exponential rate starting next week with the MLS Is Back tournament that it could make a difference for years to come.